In Dark Souls 3, they're adding something new to the game to try to balance it. Arts that use up MP for every melee weapon in the game. So, does this mean if we die in Dark Souls 3, we die in real life? I now know how and when the apocalypse will happen. Before I go any further, let me shout out Pickups for telling me this, cause I may be excited for Dark Souls 3, but he's way more excited. Anyway, this little similarity got me thinking of other similarities in video games. Some pretty obvious ones when you think about it, so here's a few. Pokemon Ranger. Probably my favorite spin-off Pokemon series. I mean, how did they make circling Pokemon fun? It still boggles my mind. Anyway, in Pokemon Ranger 3, the climax of the game involves the villains of the game reviving an ancient flying fortress and using the 3 legendary birds to create an impenetrable barrier around the fortress. Now, the player has to summon Ho-Oh to break the barrier. Once you summon him, you have to fight him, because it's a video game. And then he breaks the barrier, and you can get in it for the final area of the game. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I don't know why not a lot of people like this game. It's not slow for me, because I have no patience, so if it was too long, I would have quit. Instead of did what I did was play it from start to finish non-stop. Anyway, in this game's climax, Bowser and Atanzma get the Dream Stone and use it to make a flying castle with an impenetrable barrier that you need to summon an ancient bird to destroy it. Didn't we already just do that? Oh, we did? Okay. Let me guess, you have to fight the bird before... Yep, you gotta fight the bird before he breaks the barrier for you. I knew it! Yeah, I knew it! Ruby, where everything is also a gun. Hey, that's a show, not a game! Well, they have a game, so technically... Look, I just wanted the name of this video to be simple, but if you want the politically correct version, here you go. Similarities in video games and other media. But it then sounds like I'm solely comparing video games to other media, so I'm sticking with the original title and using that loophole, okay? Yeah, calling it good. Anyway, the main cast of characters bear a striking resemblance to the main cast of Hyperdimension Neptunia, a JRPG series about the console wars. Don't believe me? Well, the similarity is so close, what I'm gonna do is show you a Ruby character, but tell you the description of a Hyperdimension character. Yeah, they're that similar. Main character, surprisingly good at fighting. Overall, a dorkable, is rarely serious. Character who thinks they're better than everyone else, or a snob, can't really stand the main character, likes to do things her way. Likes reading, doesn't really show emotions, but has them and/or quiet. Loves a good fight against a tough opponent, really relaxed but knows when to be serious. The similarities don't even stop there. Here's the order of both sets of characters. See that? They're both in the same order to their representative counterpart. Also, both Noir and Weiss use a rapier. What, is the rapier the I'm better than you weapon or something? And if we go even deeper, one of the themes of Ruby is color. That's also a theme for Hyperdimension. First off, Noir represents black, Weiss represents white, Blonde represents white, Blake represents black. Switch either the top or the bottom two around, and you got them representing the same color in the same order, and you only had to move them one space. And surprisingly, the other 4 characters have color similarities too, if you go into deep, extreme technicalities. And think about it. On a color wheel, what's the opposite of purple? Yellow. And what's the opposite of green? Red. And if we get into even more obscure detail, both series have something transforming to fight evil. In Ruby, it's weapons into guns, and in Hyperdimension, it's the characters themselves. And as a little ironic final note, Yang is the only character in RWBY who has a known little sister, that being Ruby, and in Hyperdimension Vert is the only character who doesn't have a little sister. And if we go into reverse, Blake is the only character who doesn't have any known sisters at all, and Blonde has the most sisters, that being 2. Now, when did these games first come out? Okay, looks like Hyperdimension shot first, so it's not a stretch to say Hyperdimension inspired RWBY. And on the topic of Hyperdimension, Undertale. A great game that ends up actually making you care about their characters. One driving aspect of this game is multiple ending routes, one of them being the genocide ending. This route gets a lot of praise, and for good reason. It's very interesting. But Undertale wasn't the first game to do a genocide route. Hyperdimension Neptunia Mach 2 did one. 4 years earlier. Hey, don't you dare tarnish Undertale! I'm not trying to diminish anything, this is just for fun. Now, with that fact stated, let's go over the similarities. In Undertale's genocide run, you end up killing all your friends. Yep, you do that in Mach 2 as well. You end up killing all your friends, including your own sister. In Undertale, it gets emotional because you're probably attached to these characters from another playthrough. In Mach 2, you're not only attached to these characters through your playthrough of this game, but this is the second game. So you've most likely bonded with these characters throughout 2 games. Not to mention, you end up killing your best friend, 2 little girls, who, by the way, are hugging each other and crying while you do it. And did I mention your sister? The protagonist of the last game you most likely played. So yeah, it gets emotional too. In Undertale, this route is difficult. Most notably, the Sans boss fight. It gets difficult in Mach 2 as well. That's because you're not MLG, you casual. Well, maybe that's true, but still, professional guides say level 45 is recommended before fighting the bosses in the Conquest route, which is the name of the genocide route in Mach 2, by the way. I was at level 60 before I was able to beat it. Yeah, I had to level grind 15 levels. It gets difficult. In Undertale, the genocide route doesn't even have a satisfying ending other than the feeling when you beat Sans. Mach 2's Conquest ending isn't that great either. The whole route story goes, the big bad guy has been revived and the heroes don't know how to stop it. So they end up looking for and finding this sword that ends up getting its power from stealing others' lives. The whole reason you go on this killing crusade. But when you slay the final boss, its last words are that you haven't won and it will just wait, because with no competition, you being the only one left, the world will stagnate and rot, and the final boss will just wait it out and come back when that happens. Not a very satisfying ending, but a great message about video game industry and the console wars and all that. In Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, there is a power-up that turns you into a squid. Wait, a shooter? Where you turn into a squid? Activision, are you still salty for being beat by Splatoon for best shooter? Do I need to go buy you a salted caramel truffle at Dairy Queen? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry for that terrible pun. I will go hang myself now. Wait a minute, I just realized something. Splatoon takes place in a post-apocalyptic world, and Black Ops 3 Zombies takes place during an apocalypse. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies is a prequel to Splatoon. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for today. Tell me, did I miss any major similarities? Tell me in the comment section below. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.